Next in to face the judges is Sandra Healy from Inclusio. Inclusio is a science-based, data-led diversity and inclusion platform combining technology, psychology and artificial intelligence to deliver scientific, evidence-based metrics around culture, diversity and inclusion.
Morning. My name is Sandra Healy. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Inclusio. Back in 2016, we set out to solve one of the biggest challenges facing global employers today. And over 4 years of research and development, and backed by Enterprise Ireland and Dublin City University, we brought together science, technology and artificial intelligence to bring a scientific, evidence-based approach to measuring something that is inherently difficult to measure: culture, diversity, equity and inclusion. And this is a growing market. If we look at the size of the market, the compound annual growth rate of over 12%, expected to be a 15.6 billion market by 2026. And we spun out in 2020, so we operate in the Irish market for the last 2.5 years. And earlier this year, we have started to work in the UK market and in the Canadian market. And we've brought on some partnerships with some of the big four, which is absolutely fantastic for us. And actually one of them did an assessment of our platform, and they said there's absolutely nothing like what we do out there in the market. And because of that, now we have a partnership agreement with them. So our customers use our data for things like gender pay gap reporting, getting beyond gender, ESG reporting, annual reports and things like that. So that's in just 15 days, 3 to 5 minutes a day, we collect all of that insight from employees and we help companies then respond and report to all the market demands. We started working in a very targeted way in the market, so we work with companies, for example, financial services organisations have mandatory reporting into the regulators, and we find that as we've moved into the different markets. So for example, one of the things we've done in Ireland is we've brought 7 of the largest insurance companies together here in Ireland to create sector benchmarks, first of its kind. And that allows us then to use that as reference cases as we start to move into other markets. And as a result of that, we have 4 insurance companies now going live from the UK, and we're starting to work now into the Canadian market. And our plan is at the back end of next year then to move into the US when we have those case studies and the references there. There's nothing else like what we do in the market. And you know, when I think about what's our plan and our growth, we will be the scientific, independent way for companies to certify that they are building sustainable and ethical businesses. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandra. My name is Sharon, and I think I live your world every day. I suppose I would try and understand your sales motion. How exactly are you going to onboard customers, and is it a B2B play or a B2C?
Yeah, it's very much a B2B play, and we built a SaaS platform, and it's scalable. So the onboarding, it takes generally around a 3-week engagement to get a customer set up and ready to go. We describe what we do as it's the voice of your people in work, so it's very different. It's not the organisation reporting. And because of that, what we've done essentially, we set out to build software that people want to use. It's very different. It doesn't look or feel like surveys in any way at all. And generally we get exceptionally high levels of participation and completion rates. And because of that, the data and the insights that we bring back through our scientific framework is like there really is nothing else like that. So hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you.
And Sandra, challenges to adoption. So what challenges have you faced, or what challenges do you foresee you'll have to address?
Yeah, I think market timing is a big thing. So back in 2016, when I pitched this idea, people were saying, no way, there's no business for this, you know, that diversity and inclusion is a nice to have. And I think, look, we brought it to the market at a very challenging time. We spun out at the end of 2020 into COVID. But in some ways that actually created a bigger market opportunity for us, because now distributed workforces, like that's one of the challenges we set out to solve, is how do you keep your people connected into the culture when they're at the periphery of the organisation? One of the most recent things that's happened for us is the European Union now have just defined ESG. You know, E is very well defined, but the S and the G have not been well defined. And we are 100% of what's required for the S. We're some of the G and some of the E. So for us, we're really only at the very beginning of our journey, and we know that. And what makes us different, I have to say, is that 4 years of this framework, the scientific framework that we've built.
Great, thank you very much.